much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And ready now for 2nd and 9. They run again with Jackson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Oh, nice move. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they won't bump that to his resume reel, but that might be one of the best 1-yard runs I've seen.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round.
Now back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
He'll drop to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the pass or making a play in space against the ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. To throw. Underneath for Miller. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A good pickup there, a 22. Now a handoff here to his running back. And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Second down, just 1 yard to go. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now here's a carry heading left. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. To throw now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. Powers through. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They're going to look to throw, and this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 23. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
All right, here we go. Over.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now let's go. Green 30.
Back to throw here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch right. Watch right. 6-man. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here we go. Red flex round. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Ohio. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go. Marching now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Still 9 yards to go on third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go. Brand 38. Flex round.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Hartman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ohio. Come on, let's go. What? Flex round.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now it's Jackson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the... He's got a man. Complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
Here we go, Ohio! Come on, next round!
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Flex round! Flex Ohio! Ohio! Come on, flex round! Flex round!
Now a handoff as they run left side. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Texans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. We just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They find some open field here. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And now look at him go. 30, the 20, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And here comes the Texans now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go, Ohio! Ohio!
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Cooper's got it. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open.
Passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throw here out of the gun. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Complete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Let's go! What? Flex round! Flex round! Shit!
And now here's a carry heading left. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll fight forward. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Looking to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Let's go. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Now back to throw. This is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Browns getting set to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air, eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nick Perry in there to get him for a loss of 5. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Browns on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw here. This is caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, Charles, they were close in the end.